Good evening friends, my name is Shankar Vaidya. I am here with the new video topic. My today's video topic is Java and JavaScript, difference of the both languages. I'll start with the introduction of both languages in this video and then I'll explain some basic difference or similarities in between this language. First, we all know from last 30 or 32 3 days I am giving you information about Java language, Java programming language. So we all know the basic to deep information about Java language. So in this topic I am not going to explain any detailed description of Java. I am going to explain you everyone that what is JavaScript. So let's start with the basic introduction. JavaScript language is object-based programming language or object-based scripting language. This is a lightweight programming language or this is a lightweight scripting language. Uh, JavaScript it indicates a scripting language like it can be a front-end language also and back-end language also. We are mostly known about Java language that Java language is used to create a backend programming or used to handle a backend. So similarly in JavaScript language that this language is used to um, perform operations in both. It means it can be performed in front end operations also and JavaScript can be used in backend programming also. How exactly it will use or what the importance of JavaScript language. I'll explain. First, when this JavaScript language is introduced, before that we are not using any dynamic websites. We are using static websites. It means we are not implementing the front end of that particular sites or websites or browsers. From the introduction of JavaScript language, we are producing or creating the interactive websites or front end like site page or site nature behavior with the dynamic effects used in HTML or CSS. With the help of JavaScript, we are using a static as well as dynamic website creations in our programs or in our day-to-day life. So this is the importance of JavaScript language in our day-to-day life. JavaScript language difference and Java language difference. We can assume that the names are similar so that both languages are more similar or way similar to each other, but this is not a correct sentence because Java is program object oriented language and JavaScript is object based scripting language. So both are different and both are having different scenarios or behaviors to uh, perform a sub particular operations. First and main important is Java takes a more memory rather than JavaScript takes a less memory from Java. Second, Java has required a Java runtime environment (JRE), but JavaScript does not require any kind of runtime environment to run their particular code. It can be used or it can be run. That particular code can be run in any editor or any web browser. Third one, Java required JDK Java Development Kit to develop the particular environment or to develop the code and to get the output in our console. But in JavaScript, there cannot be any requirement of creating or downloading any kind of uh, development kit. It can be easily run in your any kind of editor or any kind of web browser. JavaScript is also known as web browsing, web scripting language. Fourth one, Java Java supports multi-threading, but here in JavaScript we are not able to support, or we are not able to handle multi-threading concept. Here, JavaScript can be handled time and date management. JavaScript is used in front end, mainly used in front end creation or front end of your site or website or any application. Rather than in Java, we are creating a backend programming, or we are supposed to use in backend only. So this is all main difference about Java and JavaScript. Main difference is that, or main thing is that Java is object oriented programming language, so that it has some different scenarios to use, and JavaScript is having object based scripting language, so it has some different scenarios to use, where to use the JavaScript language. um, Java does not require any hosting platform to run their applications, but JavaScript is required a web browser only to run that particular software, or to run that particular code. Similarly, this is all about today's video topic, that Java and JavaScript and difference between all of them. So this is all from me for today's topic. Thank you so much.